Hello everyone, today I'm with Hoover High School quarterback Mike Hernandez. Thank you for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm honored.
Anytime. I'll start with my first question. How old are you when you started playing football?
When I started playing football, my first year was in 7th grade, so I would have to be, I think, around 11 years old.
So you started at 11
Mm-hmm.
and took off from there after 7th
Yeah,
grade?
yeah.
Did you play any other sports?
My first love was soccer. Ever since I could remember, going into 1st grade, I was a soccer player. I transitioned to goalie. You know, I was a big soccer player, but I think it was like towards the end of 6th grade year, I was watching a football game and I quickly fell in love and it caught my attention. So transitioned over, but I still play soccer. I recently, I played last year for Hoover.
Oh, so that's good. You still get to play soccer.
Yeah.
First love. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like playing for the Hoover High School football program?
Hoover has had its ups and downs. You know, we haven't had like the perfect season. I'd be lying if I told you that. You know, freshman year I come here, we go 0-10. Sophomore year is when I started really getting serious about quarterback, and I split my games with another quarterback. His name was Darian Garcia. I think he's at Central right now. And we ended up finishing that season 5-5, and we were league champions.
So sophomore year was good?
Sophomore year was very good. Junior year for me was this past year. I went in as the backup, 0-6, and I mean, it was a cool learning experience. I got to end off the game at Madera and end off the game against Reedley, and I had 2 pretty good drives there to end off the game.
So that's good. You got to build up momentum. In those games.
Yeah.
Going into your senior year, how has the recruiting process been going for you?
Not as I'd want it to be, but deep down inside, like, I know it's because, you know, I haven't had the experience yet. Going into my senior year, I'm hoping to, you know, get my name out there and just work as hard as I can, because I want a future with football and I want to keep going. So I'm just going to work as hard as I can to get noticed by a couple schools at least.
So right now it's not going as you'd want it, but you're going to work as hard as you can so that coaches will look at you and see your film?
Yes, of course.
What things will you be doing to help get more schools to recruit you?
You know, like I said before, just coming out here, putting in the work, putting in extra reps, the ones that the coaches don't see, the behind the scenes stuff, because after our last game of the season against McLean, the Revolutionary Bowl, I kid you not, that next Saturday, I came out here and started bringing out my receivers and throwing to them just so I can kind of get ahead and stay ready and not come back to practice rusty, because that tends to happen when you haven't thrown in a while. You're kind of off page. So this whole summer, I've been staying ready, coming out here, and that's what helps. When you get those extra reps in plus your practice, it helps a lot. So just doing that, and like I said, working as hard as I can to get my name out.
So just working as hard as you can, doing all the behind the scenes stuff, like always trying so that it translates onto the field.
Yes, sir. Correct.
What would be the dream school to offer you?
It's a toss-up between Oklahoma and Oregon, but I'm gonna say probably gonna go with Oregon. Love their uniforms. School has had a couple notable big names at quarterback recently, Justin Herbert, and I love watching Justin Herbert. So if I had the chance to go there, it would be a very thrilling opportunity.
So Oregon, since like they have good quarterbacks coming out there, and like Marcus Mariota even before Herbert,
Yeah, and the uniforms. You cannot.
You get to wear different ones every game.
Very nice uniforms. Can't argue with that.
And Mario Cristobal's recruiting well for them. So.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about JO Pierro and the rest of the new coaching staff at Hoover?
Coach Pierro has been awesome so far. Really like the move that we got him. The rest of our coaching staff has honestly stayed the same since last year. He's the only new addition, and I'm I'm liking with what he's doing so far. Very excited to go into the season with him, putting in a lot of stuff that I like. Have to get used to some of it because it is a whole new offense that I'm going into, and for the past 3 years that I've been coming to Hoover, the offense has been very the same, and for him to come in and kind of switch things up, it is tricky at first, but I like to think of myself as a quick learner, so I'm able to get it. But like I said before, very, very big fan of him. Heard a lot from his work. Has a championship ring, like I was talking about earlier. So I'm liking with what he's doing so far. I'm trusting the process with him, and I'm gonna give him my all.
So you like what he's doing with the program, like turning like a winning culture?
Yes,
to, like,
absolutely.
Like it's a new offense for you're a quick learner, like you said.
Yes.
And he has experience of winning. So
yeah.
Do you think Joe Pierro can help you elevate your game since he was an offensive coordinator at Memorial?
Absolutely. That's I think Memorial is ranked as Division II school, but I call that a Division I school because that school is very talented, good at getting players onto the next level, and for someone like him to come down here and want to coach this school is almost flattering, very flattering. Like when we heard that he was gonna come and coach here, I was all for it. Very excited. I got to interview him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and some other captains interviewed the coaches, and he really caught my eye. And so far, like, very big fan. And he's taught me some new stuff. And it's just the little things that he does with me. It's slowly starting to get me even better than what I was before.
So it's definitely helping you getting you even better, and like the experience, like how you mentioned at Memorial, they develop a lot of guys and send them to the college level.
Yep, absolutely.
Who's your favorite football player?
Wow. If I had to pick one, it would honestly be Tony Romo.
Tony Romo?
Yeah, former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people laugh when I say that because it's very odd. But, I remember I didn't play football yet, but I was watching a Sunday night game, Cowboys versus the Giants, very big rivalry, and man, just seeing him play was very inspiring. And from the moment that I saw him win that game, I told myself that I want to play football and I want to play quarterback. So that Tony Romo is my favorite player of all time.
He's the reason you play quarterback too?
Yes.
That's cool how he inspired you to play it.
Yeah.
Do you try to model your game after anyone?
Through my first years of football, yes. Wanted to be like the big names, Tom Brady, Tony Romo, those kind of guys. But I kind of changed my mentality. I want to be the first Michael Hernandez. I don't want to be the next Tom Brady. I don't want to be the next Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to be the next Tony Romo. I want to be the start of something. I want to be the first Michael Hernandez. So I try and do my own thing and play how I play and stay true to myself.
So now you just try and play your own game, and that people will look at that like one day.
Yeah, correct. I like to think that I have a very unique style of playing.
Mm-hmm. Like come up with your own, so like Tony Romo or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself off the field?
Off the field, I'm the same person in the field. I like to have fun. I like to joke around. I'm very laid back. A lot of people are intimidated, like, oh, that's the starting quarterback, like, oh, but no, I'm very true. I'm very true to myself. I don't have one side and another side. If I had to describe myself, it would be very open, very confident, and friendly. I like to think of myself as friendly. I can become friends with everyone. You just gotta have that attitude. You gotta stay positive. So I like to think that I'm a very relaxed person all around, including in the football field. So yeah.
So it's like open to talking to anyone, like with their friends, like laid back.
Yeah, I'm willing to help too with anybody.
Those are good characteristics.
Yeah, thank you.
Then the last question I have is for fun. You get to take any 3 NFL players to dinner. It can be past or present. Who are you taking?
All three are going to be quarterbacks. Tony Romo, of course. I would honestly cry if I ever met him and give him the biggest hug ever. My next would be Tom Brady. You can't argue with him. And in my opinion, that is the greatest football player of all time. 6 Super Bowl rings.
7 now.
Oh, it's 7.
Yeah.
I just remembered. Yes, won with the Bucks. 7 football rings. Won one in his first year with Tampa Bay. Unheard of. Crazy. Hops into a new offense, new coach, new team, new players, and just goes out there and does what he does is very, very inspiring. And that's the reason I would, of course, take him or pick him to sit down and have a conversation with. My third, I don't want to sound like this bandwagon and hop on the Patrick Mahomes train, but the dude is phenomenal. Very, very talented young player. Makes throws that I dream of making. Stuff that is very crazy. So Patrick Mahomes, yes. Tony Romo, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. I would want to sit down and have a conversation.
That would be a fun dinner.
Yes, very, very fun dinner.
I agree with you on Tom Brady being the best.
Yeah, no doubt. There's no argument.
That'd be funny when you first meet Tony Romo.
Yeah, I would. Man, I'd probably scream like a little girl, to be honest. That's just my guy, and to see him doing his thing in the commentating business is also very cool because he's good at what he does. Very good at what he does. Keeps the game entertaining.
He gets excited.
Yes, very excited. It's cool when you see almost like your mentor, your idol, doing something else and also being good at it. It's a very good feeling.
That is. All right, thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm very honored. Very cool that no Hoover player has ever done something like this. If I'm right. So to have this opportunity is very cool. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to come out here and ask these questions to me. Honored.
Anytime, you are the first Hoover player.
Yeah, it's nice. I like to hear that.